Country roads take me home.
It's day 98, so we only have 3 days left. Really 2.5 for riding, but decided to ride Sassy because Mac still isn't feeling well, and based on the fact that these two are having a hard time in the altitude, we are gonna go down over the saddle here and go out, what was that called? Camp Creek, which is a pretty steep 3.5 miles, but it goes down to the county road behind Lake San Cristobal, and it's just a lot lower, down to 9,600 feet at least, and then we'll go up over Cinnamon Pass, which is a road which will be better because it's a better grade than what we would go over. I think we have about 6 to 8 miles at 11 to 12 instead of like 18 miles at 11 to 12,000 feet. So we, Clara thought of doing that, and we all thought it was a very good idea. So anyway, down the last couple days here.
Place I belong, West Virginia.
Well, we've made it down to, I think it's County Road 30 or something, which is just out of Lake City, just past Lake San Cristobal. And I think we're about a half mile to Cinnamon Pass Road. We're gonna get on that, go about, I think about 6 more miles, and camp up in the Cooper Park area, it looks like, according to my map. Anyway, it's been a really pretty ride. It's a little cool now, so hopefully the weather holds. It was so cold last night, but I don't think we'll be quite as high, so. Now we're going up Cinnamon Pass. This is kind of the beginning. This is called the Shelf Road. And it's like, the last time I was up here, it was on a razor, so none of these drop-offs seem like much, but on a horse, it's a little different. You know, can't even see the river, it's so steep. But people have been real nice. They're handing us drinks, cold drinks, and pulling over. A lot of them are turning off their machines, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, once we get up here, there's a park up here we can camp in, but we gotta get off the ledges. Yeah, I'm not riding over there. So, I'm sure Shane mentioned it, but the last time we were up here, it's about 3 summers ago, we were up here in a really bad monsoon rainstorm, and there were rock slides. Couldn't even get up the pass. So some people even got trapped between 2 rock slides that week, or that evening. So anyway, I'm glad it's not raining. It's cold, but not raining. And it's really pretty. The leaves are really starting to change up here. So, it's just really pretty.
Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my men.
Not to be repetitive, but this is where the 2 rock slides were last time you were here a few years ago. We were on a razor, not a horse. This is really a lot more amazing from the back of a horse than it is from a razor. But this pass is notorious for rock slides. But yeah, I remember walking over these. There was one here, and I think just a little farther on there was another one. So they just bring dozers out here and scrape it off into the creek side. We were watching the dozers work when we saw the rock slides. We got turned around, and then the next day we came back from the other direction and watched them moving the rocks. But yeah. And then there's a second spot where there's the second slide and there was some Jeeps in between them. It looks like they slide pretty darn often. It's pretty cool that we're up here on horses now, because that's the last thing I thought we would be doing, is riding horses across this the next time we came through here.
Gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye.
We're still riding to our camp, but this is so much better than being up here in the snow. So I'm glad we made the decision to do this just this morning. And I'm really grateful there's an alternate route, because this is just really pretty, easier. That river really is that blue color. And we'll get up close to the top of Cinnamon today, camp below Timberline. You see it starting to get meadowy, but it flattens out up here, and there's quite a few places that are level that we can camp tonight. But yeah, and then tomorrow we'll be doing our last pass and getting down into Eureka or Animas Forks to camp again, and then we'll just have a short ride out to Silverton on Saturday. Almost done. Well, you found camp before dark, got everything set up. We even have a fire going. It's really cold. I have my gloves on. It's windy. We turned some of the horses out to graze. And everyone is acting normally tonight. Mac's even out there being Mac instead of a sick horse. Ooh, it looks like the skies are clearing a little. Anyway. I am so glad we're not up in that snowy country. We wouldn't have been in those mountains, but we would have been more like up in here. But still, this is really nice. How's it?
Country roads take me home.